Hey, it is Sunday night. So you know what time that means? It is time for Learning with Lynn. So I'm Lynn Huber.
I'm Richard.
And this is Richard. We want to welcome you out today. Today we are going to be talking about wrapping up 2021 and creating a business plan for a strong 2022. So let me move things around. If you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type this so I know you are here. And let me move some things around here. So let's see, I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen, my stream. Okay, so if you're here, be sure to say hi. And let's see, we'll just move on. Okay, so this is my blog. This is onlinebeautybiz.com. This is where I actually set this up to train my team, and it started a very long time ago when Avon didn't really have online training, so that's kind of why I do it, and so I keep it up because I've been doing it. If you're a new leadership rep, I don't suggest that you create this because Avon has tons of training as well. But anyway, this is my blog. This is onlinebeautybiz.com. There is a ton of training in here, and you don't have to be on to access it. It's like available to everybody. If you're brand new to Avon, you'll want to click on Getting Started at the top. That walks you through how to get started, how to place your order, how to know when you have an online order, all of that, all the basics. And then on the left-hand side here, this is where the posts are. There's about 6 or 7 on the front page. And then on the right-hand side, here it's called the side panel. And here you can sign up to receive our newsletter. If you're not already receiving emails, you can sign up to get them here. Right below that is a search. So if you need to know how to do something, you can search, how to, I don't know, like Facebook or search, for whatever, or there's categories underneath. So anything that's tagged with these categories, like favorite parties or face-to-face sales or getting started, would come up when you click on those categories. So if you're on your computer, it looks just like this. You have the main part of the screen and you have the sidebar, right, to the side. If you're on your phone, the main part of the screen right here is first, and there's about 6 or 7, and then the sidebar moves to the bottom. So you just scroll down to the bottom and you'll see the sign up to receive our newsletter and the categories. Hi, Nitro, good to see you. Thanks for responding. Hi, Jennifer, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So today we're going to hit this post right here, wrapping up 2021 and creating a business plan for a strong 2022. Who's looking for a strong 2022? I mean, you guys, I know I am. I assume you are too because you're here. So, as we wrap up the last year, one of the best presents you can give to yourself is the gift of preparation, creating a business plan, figuring out where you are and where you want to go, putting a plan into place to get you there, right? That way we can get a jump start on 2022. But before we get into that, we got to look back at 2021, and we'll go to that in just a second. First, I want to talk about growing your business. There's literally only 4 things. It's simple to grow your Avon business and build a huge business. It really is so simple. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. You know why? Because we get in our head and we talk ourselves out of doing things. But it's just 4 steps, right? Prospecting for new customers and recruits, getting a brochure to every customer, every campaign, following up with every customer you gave a brochure to, and then take the order, submit it to Avon, or have them go on your Avon website and place their order. And then rinse and repeat. It's just those 4 steps. Hi, Doug. Hi, Lisa from cold, snowy Utah. It was 65 here. We were out in the backyard, and it was really nice with the sun, blue sky, beautiful here. Anyway, so back up a little bit. So if you're brand new to Avon, we ask that you create a list of everyone. This list is for your own benefit. You don't have to show it to anybody. You don't have to do anything. You're just creating this for yourself. And in fact, this should become a living, breathing document. For as long as you're with Avon, you're constantly going to be scratching people off and adding people. I still, to this day, I'm adding people to my every day because that's how you grow your business. That #1 prospecting for new customers and recruits, that's building your list, right? So if you're brand new, Lisa says, shh.
Hey, Lisa, is it spring yet?
You can come visit. You can come visit, Lisa. So anyway, so if you're, so you build your list, and if you're brand new, you're gonna write your list, and then you're just gonna call them or text them or email them and say, hey, guess what? I just started my Avon business. Would you like to see a brochure? And you're gonna get a brochure to them. Right? It could be paper, digital. That's totally up to you. And then you're gonna follow up, and we'll go into that in more details. But If you're prospecting, maybe you're at the grocery store and you talk to the cashier and maybe you say, hey, I sell Avon, or maybe you have an Avon pin or an Avon shirt or hat or something. Right? You get the conversation started. Hi, Denise, good to see you. You're kind of cold like Lisa. Anyway, so you get a conversation started with the cashier, and you can say something like, do you have an Avon brochure if you have one that you can give out? Or you could say, Avon has this really cool interactive digital catalog. You literally can try on colors. Would you like to see it? And you get their information, put them into your phone, and you can just text them that digital brochure. You want to have that all set ahead of time, that you can copy and paste into a text. And then, or get a brochure, hand them a brochure and get their name and number so you can follow up, right? It's just that simple, you guys. You just have to do this. This is how you're going to build your business. So we have a daily 8 system that's going to help you to work on income producing activities, those activities that grow your business. Instead of working 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, our goal is to capture 8 points a day, 5 days a week, for a total of 40 points a week. So it says print this sheet and use it to weekly points. I already have it here. It's about 9 pages. You print one of the whole thing. Hi, Idra, good to see you. But the second page is the one you'll want to print out a bunch of copies of, right? Get it handy. Put it on your fridge, put it on your desk, wherever it's going to be where you can log stuff every day, right? So the week of would be like today or tomorrow's if you want to start it on Monday. And what days of the week are you going to work? And I strongly suggest that you get at least 5 days a week, even if you're part-time, even if it's only an hour a day. You'll be more consistent. You'll have a bigger business, even if you just work 1 hour a day rather than 5 hours one day a week, okay? Because you're just doing something every day, and you're building, it's not getting that momentum going. And so, you can give yourself points for all this. The first one, prospecting for customers and prospecting for team members. They're pretty much the same thing. 1 point for every name you collect. So if you're brand new, working on your list, and you text, computer freezing. Okay, sorry, Idra. If you're brand new and you're texting your list, you create a list and you're texting your list, and you text, I don't know, your sister, and she says, yeah, send me a book, count that as a name. Right? Because she said yes, she wants to see it. If she said no, I'm not interested in Avon, then don't worry about it. You don't care. It's not important who joins you. It's not important who becomes your customer. It's just that you're looking for customers, right? And you only want the ones that want it. You're not looking to be a bug. You're not looking. That's why people feel like a bug, because they're trying to talk people into it if they're not interested. There's plenty of fish out there. So if they're not interested, just move on. So then you text. Your sister said no, right? So then you text your sister-in-law and says, oh my gosh, Avon, I haven't seen a book in years. And you're like, oh, great. And you get her a book, right? That's a point. Same thing if you're in the grocery store and you talk to the cashier and you get her contact information. That's a point. So that's how you get your points. And the truth of the matter is those first 2 things are the ones that are going to grow your business more than anything. But then you still need to follow up. So you texted a brochure to them, or you gave them a brochure. 2 to 3 days later, you want to text them and say, hey, are you at Walmart? Or I dropped a brochure off. You're just checking to see if there's anything I can help you with. And now you're going to put them into your system, where you're going to get a book to them every campaign. You're going to follow up with every campaign, and so on, right? And so now that was just a one-time, this follow-up, and you're going to get a point for that, for each follow-up. And then you're going to now get a brochure to every customer. I just give you 1 point because in our system, we mail brochures using Campaign Mailer, and it literally takes 1 minute to set it up to go out. I mean, once you have it set up, campaign, it's just a matter of changing the campaign number, changing the effective dates on your mail, and then hitting send and paying with your credit card, right? The follow-up text, same thing, 2 to 3 days before you place your order, you need to text everyone, and you get 1 point for that because it really just takes you a minute to do it. If you are delivering brochures all over the city, if you're driving around, or if you're texting people manually one-on-one, then give yourself more points. Maybe give yourself a point for every 30 minutes you're doing it, or something to that effect, right? And then you're going to place your order at avonnow.com, or it's just avon.com. I keep forgetting. I need to go back and fix that. I gave you a point for that. If it's something that takes you a lot longer, give yourself more points. Sort and deliver your customer orders. Obviously, that depends on how many orders you have and how long it takes. And then we have passive prospecting. That's putting brochures out door to door, various businesses. 1 point for that. I mean, you can give yourself a point for every half hour, every hour, because you're actively working your business. But I wouldn't do it, not 1 point for every person, every doorstep you put a book on, because this is passive. You don't have their contact information. You don't have a way to follow up to see if they wanted anything, right? But there's still great ways to grow your business. They're just not as good as one-on-one talking to people. Same thing, event, Facebook party, a point for every recruit. Now we get into every time you work on training one of your new recruits, obviously a point for that. And then we get into like business training, Avon U, online beauty biz, being on this live, personal development. All of these things also are very important to your business, but they're not what's going to make you money. I mean, they will. Your money, your income is going to depend on your level of personal growth. And so the more you grow, the more you learn, the more your income will be. But taking classes isn't going to create sales, right? It's not going to make you money right now. So all of these are important, but I would focus on the top third, seriously, to really work your business. And then work to get 8 points a day for 40 points a week. Okay, so we also have a daily 8 challenge. It says click here to log your weekly numbers. This is just a Google sheet. It gives you your name, campaign that we're in. How many points did you earn? What were your wins this week? What did you not do so well? And how can you do better next time? These things, we are not here to judge you. This is so I can support you. You do not need to be on my team to be a part of our daily 8 challenge. I'm here to support all reps. If you want to work your business, if you want to put in the effort, then I'm here to cheer you on. Right? So when you fill this out, be honest with yourself, because it's your business, it's your income. You know, if you're not being honest with yourself, you're not going to get what you want out of it.
Yeah, these are income producing activities that you're doing, and you're going to know if your check is still zero, then you know you're not doing the right thing. You learn quick when you make mistakes.
Right, and just because you put books out door to door and you didn't talk to anybody, that will work over time. And I actually have a training on how to do that to make it work, but it's not going to bring you income right now. So Richard's absolutely right. It's all about the income producing activities, right? And just by filling this out, it's already going to help you, because you're going to think about, what did I do good? Oh yeah, I need to do more of that. Or you're going to think about, what did I struggle with? What did I not do? Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that again. And you come up with a better way to do it, right? So just by filling this out, you already know what it is you need to do. But if you fill it out, I might send you a card. I might shout you out in the Facebook group. If you have a question, if you put something in here you're struggling with, and if I have an answer or I have something that might help you, I might email you and send you, like, here's a blog post that will help you with that. So I'm just here to support you. Okay?
And we might copy your idea if you come up with a really good one too. We're always looking for new ways to do things.
Yeah, we might share it out in the group, and so other people can.
Yeah,
right?
Just a quick. Lynn's doing something. I think she just posted some of Lisa Wilbur's old videos. Lisa's kind of revisiting things, and they're on this. But it's great. Lisa has a lot of great ideas. And I had a takeaway last night. Sometimes you get stuck in a rut, or you're looking for new things to do. Lisa posted had the post the other night that I rewatched again, where she wasn't a very outgoing person. You know, you kind of think that some of the top successful people in Avon are just bubbly and outgoing, and just everything just falls into their laps. Well, she's very outgoing, so she had a couple of marketing ideas to grow her business. She's not the type to go out and chatty Cathy and talk to everybody. So she was coming up with ways like wrapping her car and sign posters on the road and all this kind of stuff. And it's just different ways to think about how to grow your business. That's kind of what this is here. We're all looking for ways that our personality fits to grow our business.
Yeah. So Richard's right, because maybe you're not. I mean, I know for me, I'm an introvert, and I know people laugh at that. They're like, you're an introvert, but the truth is, I can be on. I've trained myself to be on when I need to be on. But just generally, just in my day-to-day life, I'm not on. I'm not an extrovert by any means. So if I'm going to the cashier at the store, I'm not going to talk to her. I might say, ask a question, or I might just hand her my Visa or whatever, debit card or whatever. But I'm not really going to chat with her. Now, if I leave my house and I say, I'm going to go recruiting today, I'm going to chat with her because I've turned myself So I hope that makes sense. That you have to learn. If you want to grow your business, you have to learn how to talk to people, or you have to find ways like Lisa to get people to find you. And she has a training on that about how to in that same video. In fact, she talked about. Oh no, it was a different video. The proof one. The proof one was amazing. She talked about, in her little town there in New Hampshire, there's like 15 Avon representatives, and she wanted the whole town, when they thought of Avon, they thought of her, right? That's what we all want. When people think of Avon, we want them to think Lynn and Richard. And that's why we wrap our car. That's why we do a lot of the things we do, so that they find us and they come to us. That makes it really good.
Yeah, wear Avon jewelry, Avon clothes, a name badge, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you stand out.
Yeah. I mean, we used to wear name badges all the time. We'd go into the store, and it's so funny. People would say, "Do you sell Avon?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah. Would you like a book?" It makes it really easy because you're not having to go up to them. So anyway, then we have, be sure to join our online beauty business Facebook group. Most of you are probably already in this group if you're on this call. This is our Facebook group. And then this post right here, automating your follow-ups. This is a post that goes into more detail about how to do the automated systems. We teach using campaign mailer to mail brochures. Whether next door to me, doesn't matter. I still use campaign mailer. I mail every brochure. That way I don't have to go back and say, did so-and-so get a brochure? Or, say, well, I put them in orders, and so I only deliver ones that didn't order. Well, I don't want to have to figure out who didn't. I want to make sure everybody gets a brochure. So they all go in campaign mailer. And when I deliver, we still put a book in it. And if they say, oh, I already have a book, then you're like, well, give it to your neighbor, But so we use campaign mailer to mail our brochures. We use dial my calls. It's a pre-recorded message that I just record that just kind of, when they answer, when they go, hello, they're going to hear, hi, this is Lynn, your Avon lady. Just a quick reminder, my order's going in. This is only for my little old ladies who don't text or that don't know how to use a cell phone. Hi, Lily. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So that's what dial my calls is. That's for my little old ladies. And then I use Project Broadcast to text. I text the reminders that my order goes in. I also text my Avon book list. So at the beginning of the campaign, they get hey, welcome to campaign 3. Here's a link to the digital brochure. Halfway through the campaign, because it's hard to follow up with digital book text list, right? So halfway through the campaign, I text them one more time to say, hey, just a reminder, if there's anything you want, you'll need to get it before next Tuesday, because the website will change over to campaign 5 on the next campaign on Wednesday, right? Just a kind of a quick reminder. So that's how to automate your follow-ups. And I don't want to go into this. I don't want to spend a lot of time, but automating your follow-ups does so many things. It, number one, makes sure that your business is running smoothly. So like with my last year of my mom's life, we were in and out of the hospital, in and out of doctors, in and out of home health care, taking care of her at home. And my business never skipped a beat because we automated all these things. If you're really texting 100 customers one at a time, how likely is it that you're going to get through that entire list, right? Your first 15 or 20 people will get texted every campaign, but what about the rest of them? Right? So another thing it does is it keeps you in your head, because if you send a text to the whole list, you're not looking at any names. So you're not saying, oh man, I've given her 5 books and she hasn't ordered. I don't know if I should keep bugging her. I don't want to be a bud, right? So it gets you out of your head, because it's not up to you. It's up to you to decide when to stop texting her. If she asks you to stop texting her, then you stop. But in the meantime, you're providing service. And if she doesn't want them, she'll let you know. Right? So don't worry about it. You just are providing service. Excuse me. And you're not begging, you're not pushing, you're not doing any of that. You're just, hey, for sure. And oh, hey, just in case you wanted anything, this campaign's ending. Right?
Customer service.
All it is customer service. Okay, so let's get into the meat of what we're training on today. So we're going to talk about how to create a business plan for a strong 2022. So first thing we have to do is look back at 2021. And some of you may not like this, right? Some of you may love it. Some of you have in 2021. But let's take an honest look on how you did this past year. Metrics and statistics are important to our business. And it's a good idea to constantly be implementing statistics into your Avon business, because you need to know where you're at. You need to know if you're growing or not growing. You need to know if your sales are getting better or worse, so that you can constantly make corrections. and change the path of where your business is going.
Yeah, your daily aid is a lot of doing this too, because it helps you reassess things daily and weekly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes in our head, we think we're working really hard, but when we go back and look at the statistics, they show a different story. So maybe we haven't been working as hard as we thought, or at least not on the right things. And so that's the daily aid, right? That we're just talking about. But another thing I've noticed with reps, especially new ones, is they spend a lot of time thinking about their business, but not actually working it. And then they are upset because their business isn't growing or they haven't gotten any sales. But when I talk to them, how many people have you talked to? I have to talk to people? Posted on Facebook about my business and no one ordered. It doesn't quite work that way, right? Do these things we talk about every campaign, follow up every campaign. You can't just post once in a while and expect your business to grow.
It's the old story of the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah.
If you're stopping and starting all the time, your business is going to be stopping and starting all the time.
It's true. And then when your business is stopping and starting, it actually slows your entire business down more than you can even imagine.
You're back to square one usually.
Yeah. Okay, so we're all at different levels here. Some of us are brand new, and for you, this can be some of the things that you can think about as you're moving into 2022. And some of us have been selling Avon for a year or more, or maybe 6 months or 3 months or whatever. That's okay. But this is just a starting point to help you have the best 2022. So let's start by answering the following questions and be honest with yourself. Answer these for yourself. How many people did I personally enroll? How many people did you get to sign up to sell Avon? How many people joined your team? How big did your team grow overall? Because keep in mind, you might have added 5 people this campaign, but 15 of them dropped off, removed, inactive. And your business actually shrunk by 10, right? You got to keep up. That's why speed is so important. It's really critical. If you sign up one person to campaign, your business isn't going to grow because people are going to fall off faster than you're adding them. So, so those are really important. How many new leaders did I nurture and help to grow? This is personally sponsored, but also how many did you find on your team maybe that you didn't personally enroll, but that you reached down and you helped them, right? So and it's funny because some of my leaders on my team, the ones that are leaders now, are not people I personally brought in. They came in under somebody else, and maybe the person who brought them in isn't even with Avon anymore, but I've reached down and I've helped them. And so same thing. And I know that Anitra's on here, and Anitra's upline was exactly one of those. She's not on my team, but her upline joined and then brought her in and then promptly quit. And so Anitra's never had any help really. And so same thing, I don't know the situation. I don't know if Anitra has a leader farther up, but that person farther up should be reaching down. And that's the same thing with you. You should be reaching down to your team members, right? How much were my personal sales? How close was I to the next level? Can I reach it this coming year? So were you just shy of President's Club? Did you come in 2021 at, I don't know, $9,000 and you didn't quite make President's Club? Or maybe you were at your honor society and you were just close to Rose Circle. Is that something you can do this year? If you were close, can you reach President's Club this year? Can you maybe reach Rose Circle or whatever the next level is for you, right? How much were my team sales? You always want to be tracking your volume because it's important to know if you're growing or shrinking. If you see a problem, you're going to have the opportunity to make a course correction. I literally track my team sales every single day. I have a spreadsheet. I actually learned this from Lydia Riley, who's an amazing leadership rep. She's way up at the top. And every single day I track it. So the first Monday of the campaign, I can tell you what my sales are today, what they were the campaign before, what they were the campaign before, and so on every single that first Monday. And then the first Tuesday, same thing. So I can match it. I can say, okay, right now, I can tell you for campaign 3 that we're on, and as of yesterday, my team sales were 3,000 something, which is way behind where they should be. And I'm sure a lot of that is because it's that time of year, but it's not only that time of year because I'm comparing them to what my sales were the same campaign last year. right? It could also be because of the new website. It could be because of all the changes, but I'm like fully aware that my sales are not where I need them to be. And so that gives me the opportunity to make course corrections. It gives me the opportunity to look at who's ordering, who isn't ordering, who do I need to talk to, who do I need to see if they need help to log into the new system, all of those kinds of things.
Yeah. If you know, then you can react and change it or try to make it even better. But if you are waiting to get surprised, you usually will be.
Yeah, because see, we're barely not even halfway through the campaign yet, but I know where I stand, and I know you don't want to find this out after the campaign closes. You know, you want to control your business. This is your business. You control it. Don't let it control you, right? How many people did I offer the opportunity to, or offer an Avon brochure to? How many people did I actively prospect? You should be getting 3 to 5 names a day. Those 3 to 5 names over time, let's just say you did 3 names a day, 5 days a week, that's 15 days 15 people, 15 names in a week. In 2 weeks, that's 30. In a month, that's 60 names in a month. And out of those 60, you're going to pick up some customers, and you might pick up a couple of recruits. So it adds up over time. 5 names a day would be even bigger. It just depends on how far you want to stretch, how fast you want to grow your business, right? People are always asking me, I sign up a lot of people. I do. And I work hard at it. And people are always asking me, how do you do that? How do you get so many? Because I get 5 names a day. I talk to 5 people a day and over time, and I don't stop following up with them until they ask me to, till they either join or they ask me to stop following up, or I hear that they died or something, right? I mean, I don't stop because they told me they were interested at some point. I didn't just make up their name. They told me they were interested. I put them on my follow-up list, and I follow up with them. How many customers did I service, both face-to-face and on your online store? Customers are the lifeblood of your business, right? You always want to keep this number growing. So it depends on how you work your business. If you're working mostly delivery orders, great. Then just how many orders did you have to deliver this campaign? Is that average? Is that less than or more than normal? And you want that number to keep growing. Same thing with online. If you're trying to grow your online sales, keep track of how many orders you have. Keep track of the dollar amount of those orders and the total, online sale orders and, your total sales, period, right? Did I go to the Avon convention? Did you plan ahead and did you get there? We just had the leadership kickoff. That wasn't even open to everybody. You couldn't just go, right? But were you on the virtual? It was only like $30 to get on the virtual. And trust me, because these events are critical and they're the building blocks of your success. In person is best. You should strive for that. Virtual would be a good second choice if you seriously can't get there live. But if it's available to you, if Avon makes it available for you to be there live, I would do everything in your power to get there, because you are going to learn more from the other reps you meet there than you are from the actual event. And you're not going to get that at home. So it's really important. It's amazing how much we learn just having coffee at the coffee shop down the street or in the hallway or wherever, right? Did I rank advance? How many times did you rank advance? Did I set a goal of rank advancing, and did I meet my goal? Is my team inspired by my leadership? What can you do to inspire your team and get them excited to build their Avon business? Did I grow? Did I invest in my personal development? Did I do the training at Avon U or the new social media training that Avon's offering? Did I read some fabulous personal development books? Did I continue to grow myself so my business could also grow? Remember what I said, your business, your income is going to grow in direct relation to your personal growth. Jim Rohn says, become a millionaire, not for the money, but for the person you have to become in the process. That's so true. Mm-hmm. Become the top leader, become bronze, platinum executive leader because of the person you need to be in the process. You'll be making a lot of money. At that level, you're seriously making a mid-6-figure income. So that's just overrides from your team. That's not even a lot of effort you're putting in, right? And probably one of the most important questions, did I play full out? So let's say that you can honestly say you did play full out. You got up every day. You did the activities. You did your daily aid every day, right? You gave out your Avon brochures every day. You got their contact information. And then you followed up before you placed your order. You shared the Avon opportunity every day. If you did all these things and you didn't grow as much as you like, you can still consider that you had a successful 2021, because it's all about you putting in the effort, because if you're doing the activities and you're doing the income producing activities, it will come. It might not come as fast as you want it to, but it will, right? Because there's two parts to our business. There's us doing what we're supposed to do, and then there's the other person, and it's about their timing. You know, you just can't grab them by the neck and say, you're going to sign up right now, right? You're not going to order right now. You just keep getting them a brochure, and when they're ready, they will place an order. As long as you're getting them a brochure every campaign. If you don't get them a brochure, then your store's closed. You already know what the answer's going to be.
Plus that consistency, usually that consistency really helps push the envelope on that too. Because if a customer gets a book every once in a while, they're probably never going to order. But if they get a book all the time and they get
every 2 weeks,
and every 2 weeks, yeah, I mean, just everything you do is just like clockwork. You're probably going to be growing your business, getting a lot of customers, a lot of people signing up because they see that you're working. People follow successful people.
Yeah. And you know, I mail my brochures every campaign. I do the text follow-ups and the phone follow-ups every campaign. And do you know what people say about me, my customers and people I send these to? Yeah, sure. There's probably a couple that think I'm being pushy or that think I'm bugging them. Maybe a couple, but I actually work with a lot of people every campaign, hundreds. It's not just a few, right? But the majority of people, if you were to ask them about Lynn and Richard, they're going to tell you, wow, they are the most professional Avon reps I've ever met. And the reason why they say that is because they've gotten a book every campaign. They've gotten a follow-up every campaign. And they don't feel like it's being pushed. They don't feel like I'm trying to push them. But they will tell you, if you ask somebody who's the best Avon rep in Henderson, Nevada, they're going to say Lynn and Richard, although nobody here knows this yet. But I mean, you know, back when we were in Salt Lake City, you probably would have heard a lot of Lynn and Richard, right? Anitra says, so far, my first goal this year is my star promoter goal. Sorry I disappeared. My phone died. Well, you probably missed when we were talking about you then. Okay, so moving on. So be honest with yourself, you guys. This is not a right or wrong. Nobody is going to judge you. And I don't want you to judge yourself. Let's get that straight right now. When you go through all of these things, how many people did I enroll? How many people did I get brochures to? This is not for you to beat yourself up. This is only for you to see where you're at and where you need to move forward from. If you don't know where you're at, it's hard to move forward. It's hard to know what you need to do. So I do not want you to go and beat yourself up. Oh, I only gave out 20 books last year. No, just know that you gave out 20 books last year, and this year you're going to be different. And this is what you're going to do moving forward. Do I dare ask? Guess you'll have to watch the replay. Okay, so you know, only you can honestly answer these questions. In fact, if you're not sure, or if, you know, it's always a good idea even to ask somebody who loves you dearly and is who's supporting you in your Avon business, see if they agree with you on your self-assessment. Right? And then after writing the answers to the questions, share them with your loved one or your sponsor or your accountability partner, or your best friend, whoever, and see if they agree with your answers, because sometimes we don't see in ourselves what other people see. And again, take it with the grain of salt. Take it with how it's intended, right? If you say, do you feel like I played all out? Do you feel like I did all these things? I mean, I know that I mean, some of these are just numbers, right? They're just numbers. You don't have to ask somebody, did you really give out 20 books? You know if you did or you didn't, right? But maybe they might see something that if you have an open mind, it can help you say, well, yeah, you know, maybe I'll try that next year. Maybe I'll do better next year. What was that?
So it was squeaked.
Okay, so give them permission to be totally honest. If they tell you something you might not want to hear, take it in and know that it's a wonderful opportunity to move into the bigger and better you because of that feedback, right? Okay, so to get really successful in your Avon business, here's the things that you need to get really good at. You need to get really good at these things in order to be hugely successful with Avon. And I'm going to tell you, just like Richard said, talking about Lisa Wilbur, she said in her video, if I had to go and knock on doors, I would not have been successful in my Avon business because I wouldn't have done it. You couldn't have made me do it. I mean, I might have forced myself to do it for a couple of days, but I wouldn't have lasted, right? So you have to learn what is good for you, what works good for you, and find ways that you want to stretch your comfort zone, but you don't want to get so far out of your comfort zone that it's painful and that you can't, right? Okay, so you have to get inviting, right? I mean, that is the truth. I'm sorry, but prospecting is the blood of your business. People leave, people die, people move on, people find another rep. If you don't constantly bring in people, both recruits and customers, you are not having a business. And so, if you're thinking, well, I don't know how to talk to people, or I don't know where to find people, or I don't have anyone to talk to, that's something you're going to have to learn and you're going to have to get good at. And there's all kinds of posts in this blog to help you with that. So maybe, like just for instance, one of the things Richard and I did in the beginning, we didn't have the time. We both worked 60, 70 hours a week. I was commuting an hour and a half each way to work. So Richard would leave books on doorsteps, 300 to 400 books at a time. And we would take the same doorsteps 6 times in a row, 6 campaigns in a row. So these people would get used to seeing us on their doorstep 6 times. During that time, every single campaign, we pick up a couple more customers. And of course, they go into our system. And then after that 6 campaigns, we went to the very next neighborhood. We literally walked the whole city of Ventura over the course of years, right?
Yeah, it's me too.
He lived the whole entire city of Ventura. So we got good at that. We couldn't knock hours late at night, and we couldn't, all of that. And so we actually worked out a deal in the beginning we got a deal with Kmart to let us set a table outside their store, and we did that on Sunday afternoon. So I used to talk about the power of 3. I used to tell people you had to talk to 3 people a day, and we couldn't do that because of our jobs and our business. I mean, the way our jobs were keeping us tied down. Instead of doing the power of 3 a day, we did the power of 300 a week on Sunday. But we did that, right? Every single week, rain or shine, we were in front of you, we were talking to people. It's find a way that works for you. Get good at inviting. What I like to do is I like to sit in front of a grocery store, and as people come out, I have paper books, and I go, would you like an Avon brochure? And some of them like I'm a cockroach. Some of them say, oh no. Some of them won't even respond. And then you got some, they're like, oh my gosh, Avon, I haven't seen Avon booking. Yes, I love one. And they hand them a drawing and say, I mail my books. Would you like to get on my mailing list? They really want Avon, they for sure will. They won't even question it. They'll fill it out. That's how I got my names. And I wouldn't go home until I had 5 names. That's how I used to do it every single day. When after my job and I was doing more full time. But so there's ways to do it. Click here to get the drawing forms that I use, right? But so you have to. If you're struggling with this, that you don't know to talk to, or you don't know to talk to, it's really the story. There's millions of people that haven't Avon brochure pages, that haven't actually taken the Avon opportunity. There's enough people for every single one of us to talk to every day. Let me just flash. If this struggle, then search this blog for 2 ways people and what, right? There's lots of articles in this blog. Or you can do a Google search or contact your upline for support. But you let go of that story in your head, because there is plenty of people to talk to. I don't want to go too far, but when we used to live in California, Fillmore, California is a little town right by half an hour away. And the population was 15,000. And when I did my top 10, we had 600 people on our team. But when I did the top 10 sales every campaign, most of them were from Fillmore. But how can our 6, 7 be in this little? That just goes to show you there's no such thing as being oversaturated. Everybody has a sphere of influence. Everybody has their own. Everybody's life is different. The people that come in contact are different. So there's plenty of opportunities for everybody. And if you take 50 and divide it by this, I mean, there's plenty of customers, right? So get really good at the list. When someone comes into your mind, write them down right away. Write them to your list, and then the next thing you want is you reach out to them, right? Whether it's a text, whether it's a chat in a Facebook message or whatever. You need to be constantly building a list, and you need to be constantly helping them. Yeah, Jennifer, you know what? I'm seeing my screen flashing, and I'm really sorry. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or what, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have any way to do it. So I'm hoping that you can hear it. we're not driving everybody crazy. You also have to get good at presenting the Avon opportunity, right? It's storytelling. People like to tell stories and be powerful. So why did you join Avon? And what is Avon doing for you? Get really clear about what your story is and learn to sell it or to tell your story in a compelling way. So as you're talking to people, ask questions to get them talking and let them tell you how to recruit them. And as we're moving into a new year, this is the best time to ask a question that will allow people to tell you exactly what's going on in their life. So you can say something like, hey, tell me, how did 2021 turn out for you? Did you reach everything you said you wanted to achieve? What did you say you wanted to accomplish in 2021? That could be a conversation that you can start, right? Or you could say, hey, I'm curious, what did you have as a New Year's resolution for 2021? And were you able to achieve that? That opens the floodgates for people to tell you about what they did or didn't accomplish. I'm sorry, Mavis. There's nothing I can do about the audio. Sorry. I'm hoping you can understand me.
Yeah, it's a lot of script here, so you can read that.
Yeah, you can always come back, and it's all in this post. I'm just kind of reading the post, but so then you can have this amazing conversation with every person you come into contact with, right? And some of the people that you talk to are going to be perfect people to talk to you about your business, about selling Avon, and maybe some of them might be good to just talk to them about skincare or about buying Avon, right? And so just have that simple conversation with everyone you have a chance to talk with. Right? So if instead of saying, hey, I've got this great business I want to show you, or hey, you want to try my products? What if you ask them this question, what did you accomplish in 2021? What was your goals and did you accomplish it? That's a great way to open that conversation. And then from there, you can offer them a chance to look at, whatever you have, like your Avon opportunity as the business, or you could talk to them about the products, right? Lisa says, my first goal is to level up to Rose Circle, and then this will also earn the Cancun trip. Hey, good job. I hope that you are going to do that. You are absolutely going to do that, Lisa. I'm rooting for you. Okay, so we have to get really good at enrolling them into the business. So we have to get really good at helping move people into making the decision about to join Avon, to sell Avon. So don't just give them a link to your website and tell them to go sign up. A lot happens between the time they get that link and the time they don't sign up. So it's much better to say, let me help you. We can get you signed up in just a couple of minutes. And then you get on your website while you're on the phone with them or in person or wherever you are. You get on your website, you go to your Avon website, and you click on become a representative and you sign them up. You just be a customer service person. Okay, how would you like me to spell your last name? Great. What email address do you want to use? Which kit do you want? I mean, you're just going to be the customer service person. You're going to do it for them, but that's how you're going to get them signed up. And it's free. What they got to lose right now? Right now it's free. And you're going to be there to help them, right? So there's I don't know why anybody would even be afraid to offer that to somebody, because it's amazing what we have for them. And then we have to get really good at following up. Gee, you heard that before, right? Seriously, if I had a penny for every time someone told me I'm just not good at following up, I'd be a billionaire by now. Okay? Make follow-up a non-negotiable part of every single day. This is one of the most important activities you can perform. And it's because of how well you follow up is going to determine your level of success. So really, all we're talking about is your follow-up from the people that you just gave a book to 3 days ago, right? If you just gave a book, or you just well, if they're interested maybe in selling Avon, I have a whole training in here about how to follow up, and you need to be consistent with that. It starts off like every day, and then every second day, and then every third day, and it gets less as time goes by. But you need to make sure you do those follow-ups. If you saw the lady in the grocery store and you gave her a book, then 2 to 3 days later, you need to follow up and say, hey, just check and see if there's anything I can help you with, right? Because the rest of it goes into our system, and you just click on send the follow-up text once in campaign. But you get follow-up to be a non-negotiable part of every single day, because this is what's going to grow your business. So here's some blog. You can click here for some blog posts that talk about following up. Here's another link to our automated system, so you can find them here. Excuse me. So these skills are crucial to the success of your Avon business. They're all Simple, basic skills, but every one of them is crucial to the success of your business. Add to these skills, learn some basic knowledge of the Avon products, and you have a recipe for success. Sit for 20 to 30 minutes and journal this out for yourself so that you can move into the new year knowing exactly what you want to accomplish. Revisit your reasons for joining Avon. Sometimes it's easy to get lost in the passion and we forget the reasons we joined, right? Maybe you joined so you could be with your family more, and now you're spending too much time working and not spending the time you want with your family. That's when you want to think about, okay, I need to work systems so I can have more time with my family, right? Or maybe you joined because you wanted to build a big business. You went out and talked to a handful of people and you didn't have the success you wanted, so you started creating a story in your head that this is too hard, or I don't know if I'm meant for this. That sound familiar? I hear that a lot. You're that. People are just out to get, they're out of the gate. They're just like, I'm so excited, I'm going to build a big business. And then 3 days later, they disappear off the face of the earth. And then they talk to 1 or 2 people that like it. You can't let that happen. You let that negative person that you talk to affect you.
Yeah, if you need to know what your why is, then that why will get you back on track again.
What do you have to offer?
Yes.
You have a lot to offer. We have amazing products. We have an amazing community. You have a lot to offer. So there's lots of different other scenarios that could apply to you. So that's where you can revise your reasons, look at what you've accomplished and what you haven't, so you can make the course corrections necessary for your year ever in 2022. So as you're journaling, here's some things you can think about and write down and journal about, right? Be intentional about what you're going to do with your business. Don't just hope that your volume is going to go, or that you'll reach your rank. Don't just hope. Lisa Johnson, she's going to make Rose Circle. Don't just hope that you're going to make Rose Circle. Don't just hope that you're going to earn the Cancun trip. It happened, right? And I have no doubt you will. I'm just picking on you because you said that. I have no doubt you will. But here's what you need to do, right? Write down your declarations of what you're going to accomplish, right? And how you're going to get there. So maybe I invite blank number of people a day. So, you know, it could be, I'm not going home until I have 3 names. I'm not going home until I have 5 names. I'm not going to stop working until I've got 5 people that say they would like, I gave a brochure to 5 people and buy all contact information, right? I enroll X number of people every month for every campaign, right? I have X number of new customers every month or every campaign. I build X number of leaders. It's more than just bringing people into Avon and then bringing more in. You have to work and nurture and love people who join your Avon team and help them develop their best leaders. How many leaders Here's a better question. On your team, would you like to take to Cancun with you? So Lisa, when you go to Cancun, how many of your team members are going with you? I actually had that happen back in 2008. I was so focused on getting my team members on a cruise that we were doing. It was celebration, I believe it was called. And I was so focused on getting my team members. I had 2 team members that were going to make it. I was working day. I ended up in the cruise. How exciting! It was such a shit. Yeah, it's you're
Again.
The internet. Possible. Fact that will make, I don't know, will make just when they stepped for Goldie. So be there now. Far away. Write it down. You can make my T X number X%. That's group. Award. Do you want to club society council? Rose. I mean, whatever. Down into the next one. And goes up. once you're going, create kind of a you guys. Sorry, something about right. Your activity sheet or sheet, you paper, back your increase where you right campaign so you change course. The end of then you to click. You actually could get something out of this. Yeah, Lily, I know everybody's having audio issues. So let me come back to just us and move this back. And so that's all we have. I mean, do you want to add anything?
The last thing she was saying, we've talked about it before, but it's called reverse engineering. Basically, it's how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time. So you figure out what the big goal is. Say you want 100 people on your team. You break it down and divide, there's 26 campaigns in a year. How many does that give you? Maybe 1-2 people every campaign you need to be putting on your team. You just break it down to bite-sized pieces and make it work. And then you have a goal that you can actually achieve in a year's time. And if you're not hitting it, then you'll know why, and you can react and do more or whatever. So
yeah, don't wait until the end of the year to go, oh, I didn't make it. Or I actually have some team members that do that every year. They get really close to the end of the year, the end of the the incentive period, and then they're scrambling to try to make that, to earn that trip. And if you just did it every campaign all year round, you wouldn't be scrambling nearly as much.
Yeah, that usually happens. That's why they're surprised, because they didn't plan it. So.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what we have. I'm sorry we had audio issues.
Yes.
I really hope that it was not that bad. I don't know. I can't hear it myself. So,
but read through the post. I mean, the post is there, and it has all the information that you need to get it planned, and then you can send us questions if you have them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, thank you for being here. And we
Thanks.
will be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. And go out there and have an amazing week, and get out there and review 2021 and figure out where you're going for 2022, and let's make it happen. And I want to see you all in Cancun.
Yes. Happy New Year, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.